Barack Obama said in 2007 and 8, "I do not support gay marriage. I do not support gay marriage." Reversing his stand in May 2012, said he supports gay marriages. So he's no more the person he was in 2008. So he should no more be elected. Barack says, "When I think of members of my own staff who are incredibly committed in monogamous relationships, same-sex relationships, who are raising kids together, at a certain point, I have just concluded that it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married now. When I meet gay and lesbian couples, when I meet same-sex couples and I see how caring they are, how much love they have in their hearts, how they are taking care of their kids." So what Barack Obama is saying in a sense is that because there's a tiny percentage of population in the society of gays, therefore legalize gay marriages. If this logic is to be applied, then there's a tiny percentage in the society of wickets, robbers, dacoits, rapists and murderers. Should even their actions be legalized if they do them in a loving and peaceful way? Think of it. A bunch of dacoits goes to a bank and out of the lightness of their heart carry with them pizzas and burgers, ice creams, cheese and chocolates. They at gunpoint ask the staff and customers at the bank to cooperate lovingly and peacefully. So they do not mean and want to cause any kind of harm to them. Tie them all up, legs and hands, distribute the goodies among them, and say, "Enjoy your time, eat it up, we love you very much, be at peace, and let us do our work in peace." Then they loot millions of dollars, live peacefully, and after that, they never ever ill-treated anybody or troubled anybody in the society. They are very good and kind to people in the society. In fact, they even volunteered in the social welfare programs. They might even be distributing some wealth in the poor. Should their dacoity be legalized by law, by the state? Barack says, making it absolutely clear that what we are talking about are civil marriages and civil laws, that they are respectful of religious liberty, that churches and other faith institutions are still gonna be able to make determinations about what their sacraments are, what they recognize, but it's from this perspective of the law and perspective of the state. So Barack Obama says he's not talking about religious bodies but about the state. And my question too is not about the religious bodies but about the state. Should the state be legalizing all robberies, dacoities, rapes, etc. if they are done in a loving, kind, passionate and peaceful way? If the doers of such crimes thenceforth and thenceapart are very good towards the society and the government, should their actions be legalized? The debate over gay marriage for decades has been about the state and not the religious bodies in the United States of America. Hence Barack is only misleading people on this issue by saying that I'm only speaking about the law and not the religious bodies. Barack says, Malia and Sasha, they've got friends whose parents are same-sex couples, and there have been times when Michelle and I have been sitting around the dinner table and we have been talking and about their friends and their parents, and Malia and Sasha it wouldn't dawn on them that somehow their friends' parents would be treated differently. It doesn't make sense to them, and frankly, that's the kind of thing that prompts a change of perspective, not wanting to somehow explain to your child why somebody should be treated differently when it comes to the eyes of the law. So Barack says in his speech that the ideas about support to gay marriage comes from his wife Michelle, 45, daughters Malia, 14, and Sasha, 11. It seems he is a puppet in the hands of these three ladies. Poor guy. He says, "I don't understand how to explain why the parents of the friends of his daughters who are gay are treated differently." He says, "I don't understand how to explain why the parents of the friends of his daughters who are gay are treated differently." The one who can't explain a simple issue to his daughters is misfit to explain complicated issues to America and the whole wide world. One who can't explain a simple issue to his daughters is misfit to explain complicated issues to America and the world, so he is no more worthy to be a president. Besides, these three ladies, it seems, are the most important people in America, and whatever they feel and think right should be made a law. Why not appoint them as special ministers and counselors to the president so that America and the world might be run according to their fancies? Does Barack Obama understand what he says? Does he even understand on what position he is? Can a president of America say that because my wife and two daughters feel something to be right, instead of making them understand facts in the right light, I myself would be childier than the child and asked to make a law of my daughter's wrong notion? However immoral and unethical it might be, is running the federal government of the United States of America? Or does he think he is the chief of the village council of some most remote village in India, Nigeria or Indonesia? I think the state of affairs has been at the lowest in the history of America on the day Barack made the statement. We have all the respect for all the right views and decisions he had in the past. But now that he says he's evolved and we say devolved and his views dissolved, and that we do not want a proxy presidentship in America where the state is run by the wife or daughters of the president, where he is only a doll operated by strings from behind the curtains by his wife and daughters. Hence the commander-in-chief has to be a person who is a person of integrity, not involving his family members in serious decisions to be taken on national and international issues, who applies sound doctrine and logic on all issues and does not get carried away by the emotions of his family. And so America needs to bid farewell to a person who was a good person but now is no more. Barack says, a truth that we think about is not only Christ sacrificing himself on our behalf, but is also the golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated, says Barack. When he says, being a Christian, he applies the golden rule. In this case, he is twisting the word of God to his own destruction. For 2 Peter 3:16 says, in which are some things hard to understand, which untaught and unstable people twist to their very own destruction, as they do also the rest of the scriptures. 2 Peter 3:16. Yes, even Saul was a valiant man and did win zealously many battles for Israel. But at his downfall, he was rejected by God. Barack Obama has to go.